So this week's discussion is marketing, and we're going to head towards the more degree route. So we're going to talk about the pros and cons of university and things like that, and what's the best way to get into digital marketing. Do you need a degree? Is a degree worth it? Is there any advantages to a degree? Um, so yeah, we're going to be discussing that today. First of all, Dennis, what's your opinions on the degree? And do you think we've both got degrees, both went to university? I just want to know your opinions on a degree. Try and be as lightful as possible. I know you like discussing this project in a negative way, but I want to have like a balanced argument on it.
Yeah, no, I think it's easy to just say one or the other, but there's obviously pros and cons to everything. But it's up to the person at the end of the day. But I think for myself, I went through a degree. I spent 4 years on a degree. One of those years was a placement option, where I went out and built my own business. But yeah, I took the standard route of going from college into uni just because that's what I was told to do by colleges. That's what the
Yeah,
the mainstream was, and I after 4 years I can say that I don't think I needed it in terms of the actual qualification part and the actual the learning the of the marketing or media or whatever. Why the reason I don't say that I regret going to uni is because of the independence they gave me, and the reason I started my business was because I was at that uni. So the university itself helped me in a number of ways. It's just the degree part. I don't think everybody is in a situation where they actually need it, especially in 2019 where it's so easy to go out
obviously.
and look up a course or even some online free resources to get going.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, everything that I do now, so SEO, social media marketing, everything's completely 100% self-taught. So it's the trial and error, things like that. Content-wise, at university, I've learned very minimal, to be honest. But what I can give credit to uni is a lot of intangible things like project management, time management, and I can quite confidently say university did help me in the aspect that it taught me how to think and how to learn that kind of thing. So yeah, it's only project management. So when you're doing group tasks and stuff like that, you're not necessarily working with the people you want to work with, but it's the same in the real world. So
Yeah,
it's
from that's what I mean. From that aspect, it
definitely
teaches you a lot of soft skills and things that
yeah,
you need to know, no matter what degree you do. And a lot of people need that because a lot of people have different skills and they need to get on with different people and do different projects. But
that's it.
from the actual certification point of view, I mean, what kind of resources are there? What is the alternative to you? Do you reckon if you didn't go to uni to get to where you are today, what would you or what could you have done? Or imagine there's someone sitting next to us that can't go to uni, doesn't want to go to uni, but wants to end up where we are in 3 years' time. What would you recommend to them?
That's right. So when I finished, well, actually the first year of college, I wasn't looking to go back the second year.
Really,
Really,
I didn't
yeah.
know that.
So I was like six. I was like 16,
Oh,
going to second year. So
right.
you have to do college. So I was actually thinking of stopping and then looking for an apprenticeship. So I was looking for something in digital marketing and stuff like that. But
Quick plug: we're looking for an apprentice now. So
that's funny.
if
Yeah,
you're based in the Liverpool, Manchester, Hooton, Wirral area, and you want to be an apprentice in
yeah,
a
yeah.
digital marketing startup,
Leave a comment below.
leave a comment below. Tag your mates in. If there's too many, we'll do a competition.
That's right. Yeah, but, yeah. All jokes aside, like I was looking for a good, solid digital marketing apprenticeship, but at the time, this was probably it was like 5 or 6 years ago now. So times have changed, and social media and SEO and everything's advanced a lot more now. So there's a lot more demand for these jobs. But in this industry, I think it's better to go into an apprenticeship.
Yeah.
But when it comes to doctor degrees, law degrees, I think you do have to put in the hours to get a proper qualification. But at the same time, I still think occupations like being a doctor and a lawyer that there can be a lot more hands-on things.
Oh yeah, 100%.
I think in every industry because uh, you learn by doing and failing.
You do, but you know what the difference is? Like the way we operate to save someone on the operation table is not going to change within 6 months. The way Facebook uses its algorithms, the way we use Instagram for marketing or whatever, will change by the time this podcast is out. And that's the key difference. Like laws, to become a lawyer, laws aren't going to change like that. You don't need to be on your toes all the time looking out.
Yeah.
Whereas for web development, well, I mean not branding so much, but that's sort of theoretical. But web development and marketing, from my point of view, the books and the resources that we had at uni they were outdated by the time they've gone to print, because
It's
all
like
of
2 years or something to go textbooks, don't they? Something like
something ridiculous like that. I mean, even if it's a year, a lot can change
that. Yeah.
within that time, and it's just that's where the difference is between something tangible like marketing, sound engineering, design, um, as opposed to proper degrees that what I'd class as academia, lawyers, doctors, things of that nature. Things that industry doesn't move that fast, so it can be standardized. Whereas the things that we do, the things that the in marketing are current, they can very much so be outdated within a few months, and no one can keep an eye on that in terms of lecturers and universities. There's no way they can update all the resources in time.
So I actually went to a conference, the Click Consult Benchmark conference, and it was a couple of years ago now. And there was someone from my university doing, he was doing a speech at the conference. He was actually basically saying why they don't teach SEO at university. In essence, he was basically saying because it goes out of date so quickly. Yeah. So, if I was,
but is that a reason not to teach it?
That's the reason not to teach it, just because it goes out the window so quickly.
Why don't they figure out a way to teach it and teach it on a level that's current? Is that
they give you the tools to have the ability to learn how to do it. They tell you what books, they tell you like where to look for it. It's just a case of you doing it.
But that's the thing. If I'm paying $9,000 a year, I don't want to be told where to look for it. I want to be told it. Do you see my point?
Well, yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, it is what it is.
It is what it is. Yeah, exactly.
It's not.
But we want to know your thoughts. Like, if you guys are at uni or looking to go to uni,
or if you're in the industry already, like, did university help you?
Yeah.
Like, again, it's hard to say. Like, I don't think I'll change my path ever, because
no, I wouldn't either.
At the end of the day, it still did give me like a security blanket, and at the end of the day, you did have a degree, so you could go into other stuff, and it does open a lot of doors for you still. But again, it's more if you're lining for a job rather than
So that's the thing, yeah, and that's what I was just thinking as you were saying that. So I think we're thinking in this way because we're both entrepreneurs, we both started our own businesses. And we were never the types of people that realistically were going to take the degrees and go ask someone for a job. Whereas where the world is, unfortunately, I think still, I know some agencies out there don't do this. I mean, we don't do this. If we were to hire someone, we wouldn't look at their degree, we'd look at their current work. That's the people that we work with that are on our team, we don't look at what degree they have. We look at whether what they're doing is actually good, whether they can sort of be part of our team in terms of what they're doing and how they're doing it. But I know there's still a lot of companies out there, especially big companies, that still take degrees as the first thing that they look at when they try to hire someone, whether it's an apprentice or someone at high level.
Yeah, I mean, just like, in university's defense a little bit, it kind of shows to the companies like level of discipline, and it's because it's so universally recognized. Some companies are looking for that, aren't they? Like more the old school companies, admittedly, but
I think I can't remember what company it is. I don't want to say on record the wrong thing, but I think it may have been Amazon or Apple a couple of months ago that said, I think it was Apple, that they're going to completely be scrapping degrees as a factor.
Apart from
in creative, just pick up a guy off the street to get them out of a lawsuit. Yeah, no, in creative and in tech, they're going to be scrapping degrees as a factor that goes into hiring process, and I think that's literally where we're going, because it's not sustainable.
No, I mean, again, there's plenty of resources out online.
Like SMMA.
That's another video.
That's another podcast.
But yeah, there's loads of places to learn. There's a lot of free stuff on YouTube. I learned a lot of stuff from YouTube. Read a lot of blogs, things like that.
Like the Fly High Media Knowledge Base. Did you see that? Base, yeah. It's just filled with absolute value.
It is, yeah, and just industry blogs and stuff like that. Yeah. And there's journals that come out all the time. They're free.
The industry leaders are putting out so much value these days. Neil Patel, Ty Lopez, Gary Vaynerchuk, Grant Cardone, sales, marketing, branding, whatever it is. There's so many industry leaders that are in the limelight right now that are putting so much value out there that just puts the university courses in the shadows.
That's it. Yeah. I mean, again, like there's paid courses as well, isn't there? Even better, or getting a mentor that helps a lot, and meeting up with other people. I at university I met a lot of good people on the way, and again, it's. There is pros and cons to it, isn't there? 100%. It's a big debate, but is getting a degree be all and end all? It's not, is it?
No, not
You
at
know,
all. And
just even like straight out of university, straight out of college or whatever. Like, if you can, just get experience. You don't necessarily have to be an apprentice. Just make sure that you've got some sort of financial safety net or something. So even if you have a part-time job or something like that, just make sure you get an experience in building your portfolio.
And here's
like
another thing that people miss. But again, this is down to the type of person. But nothing's stopping you from going to university and actually doing some practical stuff on the side as well.
Absolutely.
Nothing's stopping you from going to university. Don't try to lie to me. No university requires you to be 9 to 5 in lecture. No creative course. Okay, I have friends that do medical and stuff like that take up like 10 hours a day. But no creative degree requires you to be there 9 to 5. So why aren't you out asking random companies in the city to come in one day a week to just shadow someone on social media, or start freelancing online? Just go out on Upwork, go out People Hour. If you're interested in digital marketing, just start scheduling posts for people and just learn that way. We have so many people that we work with that come in to a project not knowing something. We work with them and then they come out with that knowledge. And it's not our job to do that. We just do that because we know they could be an asset in the future and we know what position they're in. So there's nothing stopping you. And like I say, it's down to the person. Some people would prefer to go and go to spoons with their friends every day. But it is down to the person. If you're the type that wants to get ahead of, because don't forget, you're in a classroom of, I'm speaking to the people that are actually in digital marketing right now in a course at uni of some sort. Don't forget, you're in a classroom of 20 other people that are going to be going to apply to the same job as you are at the end of your degree.
As early as you can, really, because
start as early as you can.
Most people do placement end of second year, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean it's not even placement. It's like whilst you're at uni. Whilst I was in even first year, I was the uni was putting me in touch with like random people that wanted websites and things like that in the community and stuff. And I started reaching out to people just because I wanted the experience. I didn't want to be stuck behind books and resources at uni all the time. Yeah. And funnily enough, Karma is an actual real thing. One of those people that I did one of those free websites for is now one of our highest paying clients. Yeah. So yeah, it's get the connections in, get the resource, get the experience in, and there's nothing stopping you from going to uni and actually doing bits on the side.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, with my course, on average, I was probably in about 12 hours a week. There's meant to be director study and things like that, but you can get around it pretty much, can't you?
Yeah, easily.
But like in first, second, and third year, it was just a lot of like free time, basically. So maybe not as much in third year, but the rest of the time in first and second year, I spent a lot of time either learning or actually putting the business to like trying to grow the business. So,
that's how we met. Matt was busy doing some cold DMs on Instagram one night.
Opposite way around.
And no.
But yeah. Again, like it's how you choose your time and how you manage your time, and balance is key, isn't it? So
balance is key.
Yeah. That's pretty much it, isn't it? I think we've covered most points, and
I'd love to get some next time we do because we're not done with this topic. Like this has only been about 10 minutes, but we can talk about this for days. Next time we do this, I think we should get some people in.
Absolutely.
Potentially both people that are successful, one that's gone to uni, one that hasn't.
Absolutely.
And have them battle it out.
Yeah, I think at the end of the day, it's down to attitude, isn't it? And
it is.
Time. And
that's what I mean by people. It's up to you whether you want to do something extra on the side if you are at uni, or not, and just because a lot of people. Oh man, I could go into this forever. A lot of people go to uni and just take it for granted. They think they're sold the dream of I'm going to go to uni, I'm going to get that degree, and that degree will mean that I'm entitled to a job at the end. Like they think they'll come out within a week of graduating, someone will give them a job on like a silver platter. That's not a thing. If you realize that early on, you'll realize that that's not a thing. Absolutely. You will actually still have to, like I said, you're in a classroom with 20 other people that are going for the exact same job for you. Yeah. And you have to just have something extra, whether that's experience. That's what people will look for.
Okay. Yeah. So just work hard and enjoy yourself, and plan for tomorrow. And
plan for tomorrow. We should get that as a T-shirt.
Yeah. Make sure everything's planned out. Make sure you got good balance in your life, and just be hopeful, and don't be afraid to get out there and put your name out there.